Well, good morning. It's Tuesday, August 14th, and we are gathered for a morning devotion. Again, we're using Seeking Aliveness by Brian McLaren. And today's devotion is called A Higher Mission. There's a fascinating ending to the story of Jesus serving people of other religions and culture in Matthew's Gospel. He repeats a miracle for those outsiders that he had done previously for his fellow Jews, multiplying loaves and fishes so they could eat. In the previous miracle, there were 12 baskets left over, suggesting the 12 tribes of Israel, the descendants, that is, of Jacob and his 12 sons. In this miracle, there are 7 baskets left, suggesting it seems quite clear that 7 Canaanite nations that Jesus' ancestors have been commanded to destroy. Matthew's version of the story makes a confession. It says, our ancestors, led by Moses and Joshua, believed God sent them into the world in conquest, to show mercy to his enemies, to defeat and kill them. But now, following Jesus, we hear God giving us a higher mission. Now we believe God sends us into the world in compassion, to show mercy, to heal, to feed, to nurture and protect life rather than take it. And so Brian is continuing talking about the loaves and fishes and the Syrophoenician woman. In Matthew's Gospel, the feeding of the 4,000, he says there are 7 baskets left over. And so he's suggesting that these are an example or an imagery or figure to be used for the 7 Canaanite tribes that the Hebrew people, the Jewish community, killed under Joshua and Moses when they came into the New World. And it's from this moment on, we see that Jesus is ministering to this other group, these Gentiles. But it was significant that Jesus had this same meal that he had with the Jewish community for the Gentiles, for the others. It was significant because it changed his ministry for all people. And it's almost like he had to take a knock on the head to say, wake up. You're not just here for this community, you're here for everybody. But then he takes this moment, kind of a communal moment, a communion moment, where he breaks bread. And he celebrates the 7 tribes that have been destroyed and says, you are now a part of us. You are a part of the community of God. You are God's children. And I like that interpretation. I think, as you read the feeding of the 5,000 and the Syrophoenician woman and the 4,000, I think that sums it up just nicely. That Jesus now says all people are a part of our community. And I know that seems obvious to us, but to them in the first century, that would have been really hard for them to understand and hard for them to see because they were so focused on the Jewish community. Yet Jesus says, no, I am here for everybody. For everybody is God's children, loved by God, created in the image of God. You are all beloved by